Donald Trump sure loves his naps, folks, and there's no place more comfy to take a nap, as we all know, than in the middle of your own criminal trial that could basically determine whether or not you spend the rest of your life in a jail cell. But Donald Trump, according to reports, just loves to doze off during his court days, and Business Insider decided we should probably ask some legal experts, right? Some lawyers, litigators, things like that, how falling asleep in courtroom could impact the decision of a jury. So Business Insider did exactly that, and the legal experts, lawyers, former prosecutors that they spoke to, they all gave the exact same message. Falling asleep, if you're the defendant, falling asleep during your own criminal trial, that's going to destroy you with the jury. One of them, Gene Rossi, former litigator with the U.S. Department of Justice, said this: if they, referring to the jury, sense that the defendant is essentially blowing it off and not taking it seriously like an eighth grader, they will hold that against him. End of story. It's a pretty strong statement. Then you have Jeremy Saland, a former Manhattan assistant DA, who said that falling asleep during court is, quote, a proverbial middle finger to the jury. It's foolish and a dangerous way to handle yourself in that courtroom. And he said that when he talks to his clients, he advises them to, quote, act like they are in church listening to a sermon by the Pope. So basically, you sit there, stone-faced, attentive, paying attention to everything, and most importantly, not falling asleep. Because here's the thing. Trump may not be taking this seriously. His lawyers may not be taking it seriously with the, clown car they're bringing in each day. But the people in that jury are taking it very seriously. They have given up 6 weeks of their lives to do this. 4 out of 5 days of the week, they're not able to go to their jobs. They're not able to have any kind of freedom during the day. They are taking this very seriously because they have to take it very seriously. And if they look over and they see that man dozing off, as it was reported last week, head slumped down, mouth wide open, and they're sitting there thinking, why am I here, dressed in my nicest outfit, paying attention, losing money at my job, when this guy can't even stay awake? That is insulting, it's disrespectful, and it is going to cost him when those jury deliberations begin next week. Let's not forget, closing arguments are on Tuesday. So barring any kind of, very weird event happening, after those closing arguments, that jury goes for deliberations. Folks, we could have a verdict by Wednesday. We could have a verdict Thursday, Friday. I don't know how long it's going to take them. But the more pissed off they are that Donald Trump is not taking this seriously, the more that is going to weigh on their decision. And granted, it's not supposed to. They're not supposed to let their personal feelings impede their decision-making process. But at the same time, these people are human beings, and human beings do that. So whether or not it affects their verdict, we'll have to wait and see. We may never even know. But one thing's for sure, it's definitely not helping Donald Trump that he can't stay awake during his trial. Well, folks, we have crossed that 1 million subscriber milestone, but rest assured, we are just getting started here at Ring of Fire. So if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and make sure to like, share, and comment on the videos.